Okay, most high in Christ. So,
Patience. Yeah, sounds good.
okay, most high in Christ. Shalom Israel, preach over 5,000 Shalom Yah, represent the Israelite School of UPK. Come out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Today is the Brotherhood class. Sorry for the tardiness. We got some technical difficulties we're trying to kind of figure out. So we're going to get right into it. Like I said, today's the Brotherhood class. We see what's going on out in the world right now. We just finished, the world just finished, or America just finished celebrating the 4th of July. As people were popping firecrackers and fireworks and all of this. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans were being unalived all over the place. We just seen a couple of nights ago, 4th of July, some brothers got shot up in Brooklyn. 8 people, 4 children. People got shot up in the Bronx. Undercover cop got shot. One kid lost his life because some firecracker blew their head off, or M80 or whatever it was. You know, saying a lot of death going on out there, a lot of tragedy going on out there. You know, so it's nothing sweet, nothing funny. Meanwhile, you know, being distracted, of course, by these things that are on TV and BET Awards, and Lauryn Hill performed very well, which he did. You understand? We did all those other things that are going on. Not saying we shouldn't watch it or kill some time, but we should not make it our lives and make it a big deal and make it something that engulfs us or something that keeps us, keeps us distracted. You know what I mean? Like I said, brotherhood and sisterhood is synonymous. So when you hear brotherhood, sisterhood is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Sisters are held to the same standard of compassion and empathy and everything else. They share the same thing with their sisters and their brothers as well. This is the sinew that keeps this nation together. This is imperative, and this is what we need in order to grow, in order to live, survive, thrive, to push forward. This is what we need to provoke the Most High God to send our King back to Yahweh, that the world knows Jesus Christ. Brotherhood is very important. The scriptures are just built around absolute brotherhood. We serve a king, an austere black man, great black man that walked the face of the earth. Like I said, and you may know him as Jesus Christ. He was the ultimate brother. He had extreme brotherhood. How do we know? He lost his life for people that did not appreciate it, such as myself. You know what I'm saying? Had to learn and grow to appreciate it, know to appreciate it, be taught to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Not think that his birthday was on December 25th, and we're supposed to give this tree some gifts to show our appreciation to a white man. And said that obviously we all know that is not the truth at all. You understand? But that black man that we know about from these scriptures, he practiced the ultimate brotherhood. And if we call ourselves followers of him, you understand, we call ourselves followers, and we are supposed to do nothing less than display extreme brotherhood. You understand? Now, what can be considered extreme brotherhood? Going the extra mile for your brother. You know what I'm saying? Going the extra mile for your sister. You understand? Going the extra mile. How do you go the extra mile? Sacrificing. You understand? Now, I'm not just talking about sacrificing money or giving them a piece of your sandwich or saving them some chicken or nothing like that. That's all good too. But you have to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your ears, taking your time to listen to what a brother or sister has to say. Let them get their objections and their concerns out uninterrupted. Allowing them to vent, so to speak. You understand? And to listen. And then listen to them when you do interject. You bring them back around to what the facts, what the reality is, that we are God's chosen people. You have to remind brothers and sisters. You understand why? Because a lot of our brothers and sisters are taking on actions that they don't need to take on, such as extreme drug use, alcoholism, being promiscuous, you know what I'm saying, and things of this nature. Gang banging, pimping, running in and out the jail or prison systems. A lot of brothers and sisters in mental institutions. You understand? A lot of brothers and sisters in hospitals, group homes, foster care system. A lot of things are going on out here where brothers and sisters need each other. And in order to need each other, we have to go the extra mile. You understand? We can't just give brothers and sisters just a little bit of us. We have to give them 1,000% of us at all times. You understand? You understand? Now, what does that mean? You know, as far as, like I said, going the extra mile, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that a brother or sister's life is your responsibility. You have to keep that in your mind, that your brother and your sister is your responsibility. The same way that your children are your responsibility. The same way that your elderly mother, your elderly father, or your paraplegic brother or sister, whomever you consider a loved one in your life, you have to know that the next Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child is your responsibility. And so what does that mean? Does that mean, you know, that you have to clothe them and give them shelter? If you can, yes. But that may not be your circumstance. You may be in a different circumstance where you cannot provide those material things. But what you can provide is your integrity and your honor and your respect and your empathy and your compassion and your care and your charity. These are things you can provide, things you can give, and things you should give. You understand? Because in this day and age now, with this mental health going on, there's a lot of brothers that do suffer from depression and anxiety and self-hatred and self-doubt. And there are brothers and sisters that do suffer from these things, that need help. You understand? That need help and need guidance. You understand? And some things is as simple as hearing me, as listening to a problem. You understand? You got to be strong. You know, so you got to be mentally, spiritually, emotionally strong. You understand? To be able to carry another brother, a brother that's weak, a sister that's weak. You have to make sure that you're strong. You understand? How do you stay strong? By serving the Most High God. You understand? You also stay strong because another brother is staying strong for you. Another sister is staying strong for you. And it's just a ripple effect. You understand? As time goes on, it's just a ripple effect. Somebody being strong for you, you be strong for somebody else, build them up so they can be strong for somebody else. And it keeps going and going and going. You understand? The more we build each other up, the more we shame these heathens that come into our community and try to sell us all types of garbage and treat us like garbage and just grape us mentally and spiritually, financially. You understand? We bring them to shame by showing the extreme brotherhood that we do have, the extreme sisterhood we do have, how we will go the extra mile for each other, how we care for each other. You understand? How you help a brother get a job and a sister keep a job, help a brother get into that apartment building or into that neighborhood you live in, instead of having that white man mentality where I'm going this high and I'm only going to bring a brother sister up this high. You can't get on my level or above.
Right.
That's not the attitude we should have. You should have in your mind that brother or sister that you're engaging with, you're going to bring it to a level that's way above you. You understand? You should want them to succeed and excel way above you. That's what you should want. You shouldn't have a problem with that. You understand? Not that white man mentality where you're going to bring them up just enough to you keep your foot on their neck. You understand? That's not the mentality that we have. Or not the mentality we should have. That is a heathenistic or an oppressor type of attitude. You understand? To want to keep a person down, keep them underneath your boot, underneath your foot, underneath your thumb at all times. You understand? Brotherhood is shown by absolute actions. You can't just say, yeah, you're my brother. I heard somebody, I was talking to a brother in the world, and he was telling another brother in the world, yo, man, I'm here for you, man. Call me anytime. You can call me any 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Call me. Whenever you feeling like this, call me. Now, I'm listening to these brothers in the world. They in the world at the bus stop talking. Now, me being in the UPK, that's an automatic anyway. I know I can call a brother anytime. I seen the brother again, the same brother, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we kick it, you know, time to time in our passing. And he said, yo, man, let me tell you, man. Yo, that nigga called me 4 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm sleeping. This nigga called me. I told the nigga, I had to tell the nigga, man, listen, is it an emergency, man? If it is, call 911. Don't call me and just hold on. I said, yo, didn't you tell that brother to call you anytime he's feeling a certain kind of way? Yeah, but goddamn, I didn't think he really was going to do it.
Yeah.
I said, man, thank God for the UPK. You understand? We don't do that. That to me, that just was so unbrotherly. And I had to explain to the brother how that's extremely unbrotherly. What if that brother was calling you because he was about to hang it up? You know what I'm saying? What do I mean by hang it up? He was about to put something around his neck and tie it to something and hang himself.
Right.
You understand? What if he's about to slit his wrist? What if he's about to go commit a homicide? What if he's about to go use some type of drugs and have a relapse or go into this deep, dark hole and you're going to tell his brother, I'm sleeping, I'm resting? You know what I'm saying? What you get? Beauty sleep? And plus, as a man, you gave him your word. See, that's the type of brotherhood we cannot have. That's that Christianity type of brotherhood. That's that Muslim type of brotherhood. You understand? That's that white man heathenistic type of brotherhood. You understand? To where somebody's going to bother you at 6 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, any time of the morning. If they pick up the phone that time to call you, you should want to know, is everything all right? Is something wrong? Or maybe they're drunk calling you. Maybe they're drunk calling you. Guess what? You should still talk to them. Maybe you'll keep them from going behind that damn wheel. You understand? Maybe you can do that. Maybe that'll happen. But either way, we should be there for each other. You understand? At all times. There is no reason for us not to be there for each other. You understand? And during these times, this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? To be there for each other. I just seen, I believe in Mississippi just recently, a couple of days ago, I believe, they found a young boy by the name of Nolan Xavier, I believe, found his body washed up on Harper's Island or some island out in Mississippi. And looking at the pictures and some of the video footage, he was the only black man out there, out there with a whole bunch of white boys on a boat, at a lake or some party, whatever the case may be. And surprise, surprise, the black man came up missing. You understand? And the white boys, they went and got lawyers, and one mother's a judge, and one of the boys' fathers some type of law enforcement or some garbage. Point being, somebody told that young black man it's okay to love white folks. Look, God love everybody, and don't you get caught up in this black and white stuff and all of this other garbage, because it should have been some brother or sister that told him, do not go out on that boat with that white boy or with them white boys. Now, you got to work with white folks, fine. You got to go to school with them, fine. It's not about being kind and cordial, because we are that type of people. But as far as being personal and being on that, nah. We got to love each other enough to say, I don't even want to be around that. That's it. Folks say, why y'all hate white people so much? Not that we hate white people so much. We just love blacks, Latinos, Native Americans so damn much. I don't have enough love to give to some heathen. I don't have enough, because we have to pour it into each other. You understand? And I wish somebody poured that same selfish love into that brother and made him aware not to do that, not to go out partying with these devils, especially down in Mississippi. You understand? Anywhere for that matter, but especially down in Mississippi. Now that brother has came up missing. You understand? And this is not the first time a case like this has taken place. I've heard about this in my personal life. I know a young brother that went out on some boat messing around with them white folks. And anytime you see a young black man dealing with any of these oppressors, it's always some drugs, alcohol, or something involved. You understand what I'm saying? And they go playing around these damn boats. And that brother never made it back home. Found him about a week later. He was in that water so long, his head was off and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Prophesy, you want to say something?
Back in 2023, brother named Rasheen Carter was found disassembled. And before that, the claims was that he went into a police station and complained that these people was following me. That's what they said. And then they found the camera the last time when he was coming out at the Family Dollar. And that was the last time you saw him.
Right.
And then and then when they found him, the body was disassembled. The
Right.
body, you know what I mean? They said, oh, it was the animals who disassembled him.
They just
But
Right.
his private parts was in his mouth.
Yeah, right.
But this is the officers, when he complained to, said that, you know what I mean? Said that, oh, it's not, it ain't been done. Meanwhile, he went to them for help.
Right.
His name is Rashid. Right now, they got his case open for like foul play because, you know, in Mississippi, in his little town hood or whatever, he went to the, you know what I mean, the people that's supposed to protect him, and his body was chopped up. Yeah. By animals. Animals had, you know what I mean? Animals had a hatchet.
Yeah, animals did do it, but they, but they're in a human form. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the oppressor is an absolute animal. He's beyond the animal. You know what I'm saying? So, things like that do happen. These are common occurrences that we're just bringing up. We're just bringing up examples of these common occurrences that happen with these oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters have taken on these oppressive ways, and we do it to each other. You understand? Point blank is this. We have to learn to love each other.
Right.
We should make it our obligation and our duty to make sure that we pour ourselves into another brother, another sister. And when I say that, there's no age limit on that, on these children as well. You understand? I was at a meeting on Sunday, and a sister was saying that she was trying so hard not to give her child up for adoption. She's trying not to. You understand? And me being familiar with those type of environments, those you don't know what you're walking into when you're dealing with that. You understand? That young 2-year-old child don't know that he may be about to go get signed up for something horrific. You understand? And go through the foster care system. I'm not saying it's all bad all the time, but there's some occasions. You understand, to where it don't turn out too well. You understand? But we have to pour ourselves into each other, young, old, whatever the case may be. Just in Pennsylvania, I posted up on one of the Facebook pages where there's a new phenomenon of these young white boys beating up on old black men. I mean, beating them down. Face all swollen, breaking their face up, eye sockets, nose and shit all beat up and swollen. You understand? You're just picking on older black men, and then on this whole social media thing, underneath these posts of these attacks, white boys are saying, we don't see the problem here. We don't see the problem. What's the problem? So what? Y'all do this to each other, and this, that, no mercy, no compassion, no nothing. And we don't expect that from the bastards. But this is what we should expect: is mercy and compassion and love from our people and for each other. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Real quick. We're going to try to get through these scriptures. I won't say as fast as we can, but we're going to try to, kind of keep a good pace, because I know we did start late. So we're going to try to get as much as we can in there. Matthew 5. And let's start at verse 40. Let me just see what verse 40 look like real quick. Yeah. So once again, you understand, in regards to brotherhood and sisterhood, and I mean it on every level, on an intimate relationship, a professional relationship, private relationship, as a parent to a child to a parent, a brother, a sibling to a sibling, a cousin, whatever the relationship may be, we as a people, as a nation, as a holy people, need to pour ourselves into each other, and we have to go the extra mile for each other. You understand? Going the extra mile financially and things like that, that's small stuff. We can always make money. But going the extra mile spiritually, emotionally, bearing a brother's burden, bearing a sister's burdens. You understand? Picking up the phone 3 and 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning and listening when you don't want to. Yes, you are tired. And yeah, you do got to get up and go to slave in another half an hour. And you want every inch and piece of time and seconds that you can get before you got to get up. You got to fight yourself to get up. And here's somebody calling you. Yeah, pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? And listen to that brother or that sister. You could be saving their life. You understand? Going the extra mile. Making yourself uncomfortable so your brother and sister can be comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying move out your house and go sleep at the bench and let everybody move. I'm not saying nothing, outrageously crazy like what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is something that seems small, but it's so big. Lend them your ear. Lend them yourself. That's all. Go the extra mile and care. Care more about them. Care more about their feelings than about your own feelings. You understand? You would want that. You want when you send your child off to daycare or pre-K or wherever they may go, you want somebody to treat your child and care for your child when they're not in your presence. You want somebody to save your child if they're drowning. You want somebody to save your child about to get hit by a car or attacked by a dog. You want somebody to step up and say, that is a child, and step in there and help them. Right. That's the same compassion we have to have for each other. Somebody got to keep that brother from drowning, keep that brother from getting ran over, keep that sister from getting hurt. We have to have that same compassion for each other. You understand? As you want somebody to have for your child, or for your loved one, or for yourself. You understand? Can you imagine somebody graping? If you assist somebody graping you, taking advantage of you in some bush somewhere, and somebody just happened to look over there and just say, "That's not my problem, man. I don't know what she did to deserve that." You know, nah. You want somebody to save you and help you. Well, if that's what you want, then that's what you have to give. You understand? That's what you have to give. All right? So going the extra mile for each other. May sound corny and all of that, but this is not what we're doing right now. This is why our brothers and sisters in the world are in these predicaments that we can get out of. You understand? Let's go ahead and drop it. Let's see what we got going on real quick. That's fine, brother. You don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, it's on automatic. So.
That's all right. Do I don't know. Let's read what we got. We have Matthew chapter 5.
Yep.
All right.
You say you want to look at.
Let's go. Yeah, let me see. Amen. So,
39 is pretty good. 39. Is
let me scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, 39 is pretty good.
Nah. Let's go. Let's go straight to 41.
Come. Matthew chapter 5, verse 40. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain.
Now, it's saying if brother asks you to go a mile, if someone asks you to go a mile, it says go twain. Go twice as far. You understand? If someone asks you for something, give it all you got. You understand? Give it all you got. You know, don't just say, yeah, here's a little bit. No, go ahead. If you can. I'm not talking about, once again, I'm not speaking about finances. I'm not saying, you know, give all your money away or anything like that. There's things bigger than money. And like I said, compassion and empathy and forbearance and care and charity, these things outweigh money to no measure. You understand? If someone asks you, just give me 5 minutes of your time. Don't give them 5 minutes of time. Give them all of your time. Give them an unlimited amount of time for them to get all the concerns out, to get all their objections out, to get all of their pain out, all of their sorrow, their regrets, whatever it is that they got bottled inside of them that's making them depressed, that's making them insecure, that's making them hurt, that's making them wear a mask every day to where they feel like they got to be the jokester, or they got to be angry, or they got to be the one to drink the most, they got to be the one to dance the most, they got to be the one that got to talk the most, and they got to feel like, why? Because they're wearing a mask of insecurity, a mask of self-doubt, a mask of self-hate. You understand? Wearing some type of trauma that they can't get out, that they don't want to, that they're scared, and they don't want to make themselves vulnerable because they think you're going to throw it in their face. These are things that we have to not do as brothers and sisters. You understand? To where we can make ourselves comfortable enough around each other, love each other enough to where we can be vulnerable. You can talk about a bad sexual experience that you had with your uncle. You can talk about that family friend to come over there and do things that you didn't like. You can talk about it. Why? Because you trust your brother and sister enough to get this off your chest. And you trust a brother enough and sister enough to know that they're going to help you get through it. And they can say, you know what? I never said it either, but guess what? That happened to me too. You understand? And we can get through these things if we learn to just be compassionate to each other and just go an extra mile. Not being annoyed with a brother and sister. It's no different between someone that may have an autistic child. You have to take your time with that child. You understand? You have to be with that child and not cater to the child, but you got to give it special attention. And you have to give the child certain attention. You understand? You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. You have to be compassionate. Keep your composure. You have to do these things when it comes to an autistic child. Well, guess what? Those same characteristics that you have with dealing with an autistic child is the same characteristics that you have to have with dealing with a brother or sister, period. You understand? Period. You have to have those same transferable skills. You have to have the same skills of compassion, staying calm, keeping your composure, listening, not interrupting, not having to get the last word, not always having to be right. You know what I'm saying? Not that garbage, but genuine brotherhood and sisterhood. This is what we need. If we had it, it'd be less gangbanging, less abortions, be less broken homes. It'd be less of that garbage. I just seen on TV with the dude Big Tigger, the Rap City guy, where he got arrested for this abuse, beat his girlfriend up. She came on, eye about as black as his book, had a big black eye, and all of this. And then when they showed the video, what happened? The brother didn't even do none of that. Brother wanted his phone. She took his phone. He's like, "Give him my phone," and he's sitting there trying to get the phone back from him. They made it seem like he done beat it down and whooped her, and you could tell she was acting, screaming and falling to the ground. And he's just like, "Yo, give me my phone." You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if this man was trying to get his phone and leave. You know what I'm saying? But it's his phone. But the point is, she going on this campaign now to smear this man, to ruin his brand, ruin his reputation, saying he's doing all this. Had her son filming the situation. The son screaming, get off my mother, Tigger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was, you could tell it was a big soap opera. You understand? And my point is this. If she had any compassion for this brother, first of all, you don't have to take nobody's phone. They could talk about whatever it is. What's the problem? I'm concerned about this. Whether they're in a relationship or it's a friendship or whatever the circumstance may have been, a conversation would have ended all of that. Right. Just a conversation. Cooler heads prevail. All you have to do is have some compassion, some empathy, some time, keep your composure, and speak about what's going on. And know that if you're speaking it, I care about what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying, whether I agree with it or not. You understand? But they had to go through this whole escapade and ruin a brother's life and so forth and so on. You understand? These type of things we shouldn't do. That's white people stuff. White people go through all of that. White men call out somebody great me and ruin people's reputations and have villages burned down and people castrated and lynched and all that. White women do that. That's what they do. We don't do that. We are holy people, a separate people. Our women are tender and delicate according to the scriptures, and our men are more precious than fine gold according to the scriptures. You understand? And we got to carry ourselves that way, and not only carry ourselves that way, but you have to look at another brother or sister like that. You understand? Say a virtuous woman is more valuable than rubies, right? I'm paraphrasing. We have to believe that and act like that and treat each other like that. You understand? The scriptures say when it comes to these heathens and these oppressors that they're not even worth our spit. What's that in the book of Esdras? They're not even worth our spit. We have to believe that about each other. Treat each other like that. You understand? I don't need to call you all out your name and be abusive towards you, regardless of for no reason. If I look at you and honor you and value you the way these scriptures say I should, it would just end a lot of problems. You understand? It would end a ton of problems. Let's keep going, all right? Let's try to keep pushing. Let's go to John 15 and 13, all right?
You want to drop that?
Yeah, let's go to John 15 and 13. I want to push through. Yeah, John 15 and 13.
Okay. John, chapter 15.
Yeah, we're going to push through these
13.
scriptures. Uh-huh.
John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
And that's what we have to do, lay down our lives for our friends. And someone said, what does that mean? You know, say, jump in front of a bullet, or should I get ran over by a bus and push him out the way? Yeah, maybe so. But more simpler than that, don't put your life over this brother sister's life. You can take the low road sometime. You understand? You can take the low road when it comes to a brother. You can put your stuff on hold for a little. I'm not saying stop it. I'm not saying give it up. I'm just saying you can say, let me hold on with this real quick and let me tend to this brother. Let me tend to this sister. You know what I'm saying? You can lay your life down. It says there's no greater thing than that. Than to lay your life down for your friends. Christ did it. Christ considered us friends, and some of us hated him at the time. Some of us still do. And he considered us friends. He did the ultimate sacrifice, and he sacrificed his life, and he didn't have to do it. So you mean to tell me I can't sacrifice a phone call? I can't sacrifice me walking an extra few blocks or a few miles, or I'm not giving you no ride, nigga, unless you got gas money. I don't got enough gas to get over here to you, and all of that type of garbage. You can't go the extra mile. You understand? You can't just lay your life down for your friend. And I'm not talking about losing your life or dying. I'm talking about put your lust away, put your greed away. Put that stuff to the side and sacrifice for your brother and your sister. You understand? Sacrifice your feelings. Sacrifice that tongue of yours. You don't got to say everything that come out your mouth. You don't got to call a brother out his name, or call a sister out of her name, or call that child, you dumb ass. You're so stupid. You're stupid just like your father. And all. You can watch your mouth. Because even though that's your child, that's still your little brother and your little sister. And they're going to grow to be grown one day. You understand? So you might as well show them the same compassion and love that you want your boss to show you at work. Because you sure tap dance for Mr. Weinstein in it. You understand? So the same things we want, the same things we got to give. There's no greater love than to lay your life down for your friend, according to the scriptures. Let's keep going. Let's go to Philippians.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, go to Philippians 2 and 4.
Come. Philippians.
Yeah. You can, whenever you get there, you can call it.
Come.
You understand? We have to understand this, man. This sounds so simplistic and elementary, but this is something that we're not doing. You understand? It is simplistic and elementary. How do I know? Because these instructions are in these scriptures. These scriptures are the moral compass we need to navigate through this wicked society that we live in. This is the moral compass we need to show us exactly where we need to go, what we need to do, and how we need to do it. You understand? And don't get me wrong, everybody, we face these challenges. Sometimes we get engulfed in these challenges, but we're going to have to come to some type of, hold on a second, let me think. What is more important to me? What do I need to do? And right there, if you have to choose your own wants and needs and lust and feelings and greed and your pain and your sorrows over the brotherhood and sisterhood, then you have a problem. And you're going to have to come to that crossroad and make a choice. Is it all about you and how you feel, or is it going to be about this brotherhood and this sisterhood? And I suggest you choose the brotherhood and the sisterhood according to the scriptures. Because whatever it is you're going through, it's the brotherhood and sisterhood that's going to get you through it. That's going to get you over the hump, or under it, or around it, or blow it up, whatever the case may be, but you're going to pass this. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to go to Philippians 2.
2 and 4?
2 and 4.
Come. Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. Look not every man on his own thing.
Don't look at your own things all the time. Don't, sit there. Life is just so much. My life is just so bad and so horrible. I've just been through so much, and you just moaning and groaning all goddamn day long, just drowning in your sorrow. Everybody's picking on you. Everybody hates Chris. You know what I'm saying? Stop dwelling on your things all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? The more you sit there and focus on yourself all the time, the more you can't focus on other brothers and sisters. You can't sit there and lead someone else if you're always thinking about you and how you feel. How can you lead and guide and instruct and direct and save and protect? How can you do these things if it's all about you? It's all about how you feel. You understand? The scriptures say don't do that. Read it again.
Come. Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. Let's look not every man on his own thing.
Don't look on your own things. Don't look at your sorrows. Don't look at all your success. Don't look at what. Look at me. I got it. I made it. Daddy Warbucks here. Got it all going. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a sister, independent sister. I need India. What's that? Remember that song by Webby? I need India. You know what I'm saying? The song is dope. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But don't let these things, don't look at your sorrows or your success. Look at another brother or sister. They need you.
Right.
They need you. While you sit in the mirror looking how pretty you are, they in the background drowning. Don't you see them in the reflection? They behind you burning.
Right.
They behind you starving. And you all in the mirror. You understand? We can't do that. Why? That's oppressive. That's an oppressive attitude. That's a hedonistic attitude. They do that.
That's right.
They do that. They sit there and just gaze all in the mirror. While in the background, everything is blowing up. Everything is going downhill. And you have the ability to stop it, to fix it. Or be willing to lay your life down to do it. Because as we just read, there's no greater gift than that, is it? You understand? To fix it. You understand? Keep going.
Khan. But every man also on the things of others.
Look towards the other brothers and sisters. Look at their sorrows. Look at their pain. Look at their misery. I don't care what nobody says. All you got to do is look into this mental health that's going on out here. It's real. You know what I'm saying? And it's bigger than anxiety and depression. You got schizophrenia, all types of things. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, Shalak, you dropping so heavy. And also I noticed, because this media thing is something else, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's authorized to try to think they are counselors, but it's coming in. It's coming in the sake of, I'm trying to help this person, but on the other hand, it's about entertainment.
Right.
So you got these, you know what I mean? You got these people that's on the internet giving a tragic story to somebody who's entertained, who's not helping them. And I noticed this is in the camouflage as, I'm trying to help these people. I'm trying to put their story out there, but you don't give a goddamn about these people.
Right.
You're just doing it about entertainment purposes.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's under the umbrella that I'm trying to get their story out. No.
Yeah.
No. And I'm noticing this is going on, right? You know what I mean? This is going on like fluently. This is this internet thing that how you authorize to talk to the sister who's strung out on drugs and she's a prostitute. Mm-hmm. Like, what you going to do? How are you going to help me? You ain't nobody. You're just a person who decided, like, let me interview this girl.
Yeah.
You know, it's not your life. Just like, let me get her out of this situation.
Yeah, you don't care. You know what I'm saying?
You don't care about your views.
It's about content. That's why I said,
don't even know what the hell that is.
To me, that's the new demon. Is content. I just want to get content. I'm just trying to get some content. To me, that sounds. But then again, you know, being a little older, you know what I'm saying? You know how I come from a different era, you know what I'm saying, where I don't know what content, I don't know what content and going out. Let me just act like I'm doing this so somebody can go and hit a like or a heart or whatever the validation is on the internet. You know, that's something that goes on. And I'm gonna give you an example, right? The brother, remember the brother Hassan Campbell? He came out and said that he went through some type of sexual abuse or some type of trauma with the rap brother that passed away, the Africa Bambaataa and all that. He made himself vulnerable. He came out. Someone was like, "Oh no, that was a relationship," and whatever the case may be. But you know, it was his story. It was his whatever. Now he blew up or whatever the case may be, became some type of internet influencer or podcast or whatever it was, and then he started having his opinion about different topics and things of that nature, and people may have disagreed with him. And as soon as they disagreed with him, they went right back to that's why you was raped or raped. Excuse me. That's why you got thigh. You know, whatever thigh is. You know, some type of performance. Either way, they brought up his past traumas. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought, well, damn, no matter what the brother's saying, whether you agree with or disagree with it, whether y'all even arguing or whatever. Maybe it's a heated argument. But to bring up that brother's trauma and throw it in his face like that, that's low down to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's low down. And those are things that we cannot do. Because there's another young brother or sister that seen that man, Hassan Campbell, come out with his truth and then see somebody throw it in his face. That's going to make them say, I'm not saying nothing.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm going to keep this to myself now. And now I'm going to drink and sniff coke and smoke dust and pop pills, do heroin, and have as much sex as I can and put on this mask and try to hide it. Because I can't speak about I can't be vulnerable to my brothers and sisters because they're going to get mad at me and throw this in my face. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that we have to get past, something that we can't do. You understand? So that's why in scripture, just like we just read, you know what I'm saying? We can't always focus on our own stuff, but focus on another brother and sister. If you focus on another brother and sister's pains and sorrows, it'll help you watch your goddamn mouth when you talk to them and say certain things to them. You got to understand the biggest, toughest man is probably one of the most vulnerable men in the world if you get to know him or her. The women can walk around with just the biggest ass in the world and the biggest breasts and lips, and she can talk about how she can cook and do all these tricks and be just as miserable on the inside. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is this: we have to get to the root of each other. You understand? Get to the root of each other. You understand? Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Galatians 6:2. All right, we're gonna keep talking about going the extra mile for a brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? Going above and beyond. The same way you want your promotion at your slave, or you want your accolade, the same way you want to get stars and badges on these social media platforms, and all the same way you go above and beyond and post 20 times a day and what you're eating and all of that, and how many times you're farting and all this other garbage, everything you're posting up on Facebook and whatever else, social media, the same way you want the validations and things, the same effort you should put in gaining your brother and sister, loving on your brother and sister, loving them until they learn how to love themselves. And when they do love themselves, you love them even more. You understand? These are the things that we have to do. How do we do that? We have to do that by learning to go above and beyond. You understand? Let's go to Galatians real quick.
Come. Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. Bear ye one another burdens.
And that's what you got to do. We have to bear each other's burdens. As we just read, you can't be all in paraphrase. You can't be all into yourself. You have to focus on others. And in focusing on others, you'll be able to bear their burden. You'll be able to talk about them going through the things that they went through, or talk about things they are currently going through. Talk about some things that they think they might end up going through. You understand? There's some parents out there that they have no control of their children. They need some help. They need to know, how can I fix my little nephew, my little niece when they out here acting promiscuous, out here twerking and doing all types of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Catching them with little boys over here and making. How I need to talk to somebody about fixing that. You understand? How do I go over to my sister's house? When I go to my sister's house, everybody over there is smoking weed, running in and out the house. The house is such a party house, the door's unlocked. You can just walk in and out when you feel like it. This one's in here smoking over here. This one's over here doing this. This one's over here taking a selfie. How can I go in here and clear this? I need help. Who can I talk to about this? I need somebody to bear my burden for me. You understand? I need somebody to bear my burden. I need somebody to fix that. You understand? I need somebody to fix this for me. You know what I'm saying? When I say fix, I'm not talking about they can do some abracadabra, hocus pocus, and make it go away. What I'm saying is, hear me out. Walk with me. Maybe sometimes crawl with me. Maybe sometimes stand still with me. Run with me. But the whole point is, be with me. With me. Me with you. You understand? Bear each other's burdens. That's what we need to do. Let's go to Romans 12 and 10.
Come. Romans chapter 12. It's one of my favorites. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. It's one of my favorites. Be Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another.
And that's what we got to do. Be kindly affectionate one to another. You know what I'm saying? That word affection, that's not a soft word, man. You know what I'm saying? People may think it's soft. May think it's something that's weak and moist and all of that, but it's not. To show another brother and sister some affection, show them some care, show them that I'm listening to you. Your words mean something. Your feelings mean something. Your thoughts mean something. You understand? Whether we agree or not, it still means something. You still worth something to me. Be kindly affectionate one to another. Go ahead.
With brotherly love.
With brotherly love. And that's what we're talking about right now. And when we say brotherly, that is synonymous with sisterly. You understand? The same thing. We need this in our marriages. We need this in our friendships. We need this. We need this as business partners. We need this as we on a 35 and up basketball team together. Whatever we're doing together. We need to be kindly affectionate to each other. Here in New York City, and I'm sure it is, I'm sure it's like this in other cities, but specifically in New York City, you can lose your life stepping on somebody's foot by accident. You step on them, we call them Harlems. I guess other places they call them Air Force One. You step on somebody's white Harlems or Uptowns or Air Force Ones, as they may call them. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your life. Somebody might kill you.
That's right.
Overstepping on those by accident on a packed train. You get on that. You get on the sun. You get on. I just on the train this morning. You get on the train this morning. There's 1,000 people stuffed in one car like sardines. You all on each other. This one's breathing on your neck. This one smelled like 3 months ago. This one, it's just, everything's going on, and you actually bump into somebody, and they'll cut you right there on the spot, stab you right there on the spot. You understand? This is the type of environments that we are living in. And I'm just talking about here in New York City. I can just imagine everywhere else in the other zip code where brothers and sisters is going through the pain and struggle at. You understand? We gotta just be kindly affectionate one to another, man. There's nothing wrong with excuse me, bro. I didn't mean to do part of me. Excuse me, sis. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You understand? You how many times, I know you know. How many times somebody could be daydreaming and you happen to catch sight of it? What the fuck are you looking at? You like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm daydreaming. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Not a smile or hey, how you doing? You know, none of that. It's just automatically go time. We can't be like that. That's like some pit bulls or something. You understand? Like some pit bulls with rabies. You understand? I know this society has beat us down so much, it made us so angry and full of this stuff. But these scriptures here are letting us know that's not how we should be towards each other. You understand? We should be kind and affectionate towards each other. You understand? We should bear each other's burdens. We should hear each other out. Go ahead, Prasa. You want to say something?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I tell you in real time because you know, like what you looking at. You know what I'm saying? Do you know me? It was a brother that was in a car, and I'm walking on the street. You know what I mean? And the brother, you know what I mean? The brother's looking at me or whatever, and I'm like, I ain't sweat it. He say, yo, what's up? I didn't approach him like, yo, what you looking at? What you like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? We're like, what you want? I'm like, yo, what's going on, brother? What's up? He said, oh no, man, I thought, you know what I'm saying, you look like a brother that I know. I'm like, oh, he must have been tall. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cause I was friendly with the brother. You know what I mean? He said, man. He said, nah, it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, all right, no doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? You take, you know what I'm saying? You take it easy or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's all good.
Right.
I didn't approach him because I know, you know what I mean? I know the past. What you looking at?
Right.
You know me? You know what I mean? And it could go laugh. You know what I mean? Because it was a brother in the car who was chilling or whatever. Like, yo, maybe I know that brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? By me being an ISUPK, I didn't see it in a negative way.
Right. It's
just a brother try to, you know, oh, maybe I know him. And we just had a discussion, and it was a cool discussion, and we just part ways. Right. And that's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of us step on, yo, what you looking at?
Right.
What you looking at?
Right. And that's towards each other. Because I don't see, it's not too many times you see a brother say something to some white man. What the fuck? What are you looking at? You think, is that the police or something? You think that's the police? You think that you understand what I'm saying? This is how our minds are set up. You might see a brother in a suit. And the first thing, there's two things you might think when you see a brother in a suit. Either if it's Sunday, he's going to church. If you see him during the day or during the week with that suit on, where's he going, Farazza?
Man.
He's going to court.
Going to court, yeah.
He must be going to court. Yo, good luck, brother. You know what I'm saying? You see a white man walking during the week with a suit on, where's he going? To his office. He's going to work. He's going to, you understand? When the white man's one of the biggest criminals on the face of this damn earth.
That's right.
He's the one probably going to court. He's the one. He's the defendant or whatever. He's the one. That's the criminal. You understand? My thing is this. That's our minds are set up to think negatively about each other. That's right. That's the society we live in. Think negatively for nigga, what are you looking at, nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's where our minds are set up. What I'm saying is this. The moral compass of the scriptures. Like I said, this moral compass is what is going to navigate us through this wicked society. You know what I'm saying? We need these scriptures. We need to be taught. You understand? Thank God for the Israelite school of UPK. You understand? To learn what brotherhood is. And that's not brotherhood. You understand? That's not brotherhood. To always want to be on go and get extremely aggressive with another brother for bumping into you, for looking at you. The brother might be blind, can't see nothing, daydreaming, whatever the case may be. But instead of just saying, "What's up, brother?" You know what I'm saying? And just being a brother, being kind, being affectionate. You understand? One towards another, just like the scriptures say. You understand? This also what it means to go above. You can go above and beyond because you're going above and beyond past your feelings. Forget how you feel. What's right to do? What is the right thing to do? Is it right to say, nigga, what are you looking at? Or is the right thing to do to say, what's going on, brother? And just keep, whether he even responds to you or not. You understand? When you hold the door for somebody and they walk through, don't say thank you, you're not holding the door for them to say thank you. You're doing it for you. You understand? We have to switch our mindset to get more of a brotherly and sisterly attitude towards each other. On the social media garbage, you scroll through your phone. They must got the algorithm set to nigga mode on phones because you go. Now you see sisters, all they doing is fighting at gas stations. They ain't got no shoes on. They pull, get off my hair, bitch. Get off my hair, bitch. That's all you get. Get off my hair, bitch. All day long, sitting there just fighting each other. Crazy, and people sitting there filming it and watching it. Get it, Bria. Get it, Bria. Get it, Bria. And like instead of stopping it, no, stop, Bria. These are women. What are you doing in here fighting? Breast popping all out. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting there beating each other up for what? You understand? This type of, that's not entertainment. That's a front row seat to watching destruction. You understand? That's what that is. That's right. And that's some garbage we have to stop. We have to stop being these oppressors' entertainment. These heathens' entertainment. They like that garbage. They like that. They like to sit back and watch us. And who gives a damn what they care about? We should care to say somebody needs to step in and stop that. Somebody needs to film. Somebody needs to turn the camera on when they're breaking that up. And y'all, if y'all be some real women about it, talk about it. Be real enough to talk about it. Be real. Just talk about it then. Two brothers, okay, you can a fair fight. Okay, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But now we're gonna pull out the knives and the guns, and it's on for life. And nigga, I'm gonna put you on a t-shirt and all this type of attitude. We have to stop that garbage. Right. You understand? We have to have a different type of attitude. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus.
Oh, you want me to finish this off?
No, go to Ecclesiasticus. Okay.
Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah, chapter 6. From chapter 6.
Chapter 6. Oh, my favorite, 13?
Yeah, 6.
6 and 13?
No, we're going to start at 6 and 14.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 6 and 14. So we have to switch our mindset, you know what I'm saying, first to honor and value our brothers and sisters, as the scriptures say. When I see another black man, black woman, when I say black, I mean all the tribes. I know, according to the scriptures, that this spit is worth more than this white man. I don't give a damn who that white man is. You see that? You see the brothers out here on Lexington Avenue here, and 124th and Lexington. Some brothers may not understand that because we're talking about a Harlem block over here.
That's right.
To where they are strung out on this K2 and this dope. I mean, strung out, gone. His spit is worth more than Elon Musk's life.
That's right.
You understand? Elon Musk going to the moon and all that, ain't sipping champagne up in the stars somewhere. This man's over here drowning in his drool and in his vomit. You know, so using the curb as a pillow, and his spit is worth more than Elon Musk.
That's right.
As per the scriptures. And I have to look at him like that. We have to look at each other that way. And when we look at each other like that, we will go above and beyond for each other. You said 13. Let's go to 13.
Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 6, verse 14.
No, you said you were
13. Right? Go
ahead.
Separate thyself from thy enemies. And take heed of thy friends.
You wanted that one, go ahead, brother. Break it down to him.
Oh, it's right. Oh, the water. So I truly appreciate that.
No sweat.
So right here, you know what I'm saying? Ecclesiasticus, it says, separate thyself from thy enemies, which, you know what I'm saying, which blacks, Hispanics, and Americans need to go to a safe place. Need to go to a safe place without no outside powers to divide them anymore. So right here, so we separate ourselves. So you know what I mean, separate ourselves from an enemy, and now we could become friends. That's what we need. We need a safe place that we could go. Even in the ghetto is a safe place where we could go. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. So we could take heed. We could take heed, meaning to take close attention to,
right,
or bring to. You know what I mean? Bring to what a friend,
right?
Because only us is. You know what I'm saying? This is all we got.
Right.
Is us. So you know what I'm saying? So we have to have a safe place to go, separate ourselves, and take heed to a, you know what I'm saying, to our only friend.
Right.
And that's how we can iron out our differences. That's how we can have compassion and not bring up, you know what I'm saying, the trauma of the past of somebody.
Right. No, most high in Christ, man. You're absolutely right. And that's what we need now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need right now in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Is to separate from we know who our enemies are. We know that. You understand? And guess what? Well, our enemies could be, the enemy is not the brother next to you. The brother, when I say brother, I'm talking about of tribes, same tribes, of all the tribes, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? It's not the brother across the hall, down the block, the one that grew up in the ghetto with you, the one that's going through the same struggles just like you. The enemy we all know is the white man, the Asian man, the African man. We know those are the enemies. Those are the ones that cause war on us and wage war on us every single damn day. We know that. We know who it was sold to. It was sold to our enemies. We know who oppresses us, our enemies. We know that. Scripture says separate from them. You understand? That's why there's 8 people shot on 4th of July.
That's right.
That's just one occasion.
That's right.
That's just one occasion here in New York City. I'm sure there's a whole bunch that happened in New York City, but I'm sure it happened in Miami. I'm sure it happened in D.C. I'm sure it happened in New Orleans. I'm sure it happened in Houston and Detroit and Chicago and St. Louis. I'm sure it happened in Boston. I'm sure it happened all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And we have to learn to separate from it. Let's read 14.
Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
That's what it says. It ain't say your pistol. It don't say don't have a pistol, but your pistol, your grenade, your bow and arrow, your sword, whatever, is not as strong as a defense as a faithful friend. What's a faithful friend? A friend that will go above and beyond. A real friend that keeps all the way raw with you. Tell you the absolute truth. You understand? We all need that brother that tells you the truth. That sister with you that tells you the truth. That's why these so-called Black, Latino, Native American marriages, they special once we get to clicking. Because we tell each other the truth. Damn your breath stink. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? But we love each other. So we love that. We love each other that way. I love you through the funk. I love you through the snoring. I love you through all of that. Your attitude. I love you through all of it. You understand? We love each other through all of it. You know what I'm saying? Tall, short, light skin, dark, black, midnight black, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We just love each other that much. You understand? We love each other that much, and we are faithful friends. It's in our DNA to be that way. That's why we love to barbecue it and do cookouts and all of that. That's why these heathens can come in our neighborhood. All they gotta do is get a shape up and do the electric slide or something. Yeah, come on in. You say, come on in, man. Remember that singer? Remember the white singer John B?
Don't listen to
you know, John B was the white. He did a song with Tupac, and forget it. His name is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just loving people. But the only people we have a problem loving is each other. You understand? Well, the scriptures say a faithful friend is a strong defense. You understand? And that's what we need. We need a defense against who? We just read separate from your enemies and take heed to your friends. A faithful friend is a strong defense. A strong defense against who? Who do we separate from? Our enemies. So you need to have black and brown unity to go against white supremacy. You need that. You need black and brown unity to go against Asian dominance. You need that. You understand? This is what we need. And in order for us to be faithful friends and have this strong defense, we have to learn to go above and beyond for each other. Lay our life down for each other. Put our lust and greed away for each other. Sacrifice for each other. Put our wants away and deal with the needs for each other. Understand? And this is how you can say, yo, what's up, brother, and all of that. You can say it all day, but you got love is an action word.
That's right.
That's an action word. Brotherhood is an action word. It's not a slogan or not. Brotherhood is an action word. Brotherhood is a weapon. It's an action word. You understand? Is there more on that? Matter of fact, you can leave that. That's good. You want it.
Oh, yeah. That's the next next verse.
Yeah, you want
we
that.
got more on it.
Come on with it.
Oh, come. And he that hath found such in one have found a treasure.
That's what your friend is. That's what a brother or sister is to each other. A treasure. You understand? A treasure. Not some garbage you can buy from the store. Not something that's made in China. Not something got a tag on it. But this is a treasure from the Most High God. A treasure. That's what you are to me. That's what we are to each other. Meanwhile, our spit is got more worth than a white man, than an African, than an Asian. Our spit. But to me and you a treasure to me. And I'm a treasure to you. And we should honor that. We should value that. We should have set some standards and some structure with that. You understand? That's what we should do. And once we acknowledge that, it won't be hard for us to go above and beyond.
That's right.
It's not hard to go above and beyond for someone you love. To go above and beyond. There is no threshold. There is no roof. You understand? The sky is not even the limit. To go above and beyond for a brother or sister. You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 15. Nothing do countervail a faithful friend. And his excellency is invaluable.
A brother, his excellency is invaluable. There's no price on it. You can't trade it for nothing. It's too expensive. It's too valuable. Now, it says nothing does countervail a faithful friend. Let's get into it, Rasa. Go ahead.
Nothing do countervail. Countervail, which means like a balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be balanced. So it says right here, nothing doeth nothing do imbalance of a faithful friend.
Right.
Because a faithful friend is what? Balance. Always. That's what accountability means. Balance always.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the faithful friend. They're always going to be balanced.
Right. Nothing does countervail a faithful friend. I see it, the definition of that. Let me see it, bro.
Oh, I got it right here. Count. Slack it.
Right.
Right here.
Right. Countervail means to oppose or offset an action, force, or influence successfully, usually by exerting an equal or opposing force. And said, there's nothing. We can go back to the scriptures. There's absolutely nothing that can take the place of a faithful friend.
That's right.
There's nothing that can go against that. There's nothing that can give you a better balance than a faithful friend. There's nothing that can replace it. You understand? You know how if somebody loses a leg, they can get a prosthetic. That prosthetic will give them some balance to walk, to move on. A faithful friend, you can't replace that. There's no prosthetic for a friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
There's no prosthetic for that. There's no value on that. There's nothing that can replace that. You understand? And you got to make sure that you are being a faithful friend. And therefore, you'll have faithful friends. You can make faithful friends depending on your actions. Now you carry things. You understand what I'm saying? This is how we have to carry each other, man. We have to. We got to go through the dirt and the mud together. If we can appreciate the rain together, we'll appreciate the sun. We'll appreciate the good time. You got to appreciate both equally. You understand? Because you can't have one without the other. We don't know what's good unless we go through some horrible stuff.
Right.
And we don't even know what good is. We don't know what great and excellence, we don't know what it is. And unless we go through the mud, unless we go through the grudge, you understand? We got to get down like that dirt in the back of your toilet that you don't get to. You got to get through the grit and the grind to know what it means to be excellent.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And we can do it. Society is trying their best for us not to do it, but we can get through it if we follow the moral compass that the Most High God has left behind for us. You understand? There's only one way. We tried everything. We did everything else. You got people burning sage and everything else, Paratazar. They still spraying that Indian head spray. They're still spraying blessings around. Getting up reading. I had a dream about a fish last night. Let me see. It's I gotta play. Let me play 348. I had to play 348 straight dollar box. I dreamed about a fish last night. We tried everything. Rabbit feet, the shook chicken bones, all types of garbage, man. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that we have not dedicated ourselves to is to the truth.
That's right.
Is to investing our minds, bodies, spirits, souls, lives into this moral compass called the Holy Bible. You understand? And this is what we have to do. It gives us the instructions and the ingredients to what it takes to be a faithful friend. You understand? To be a faithful, to go above and beyond. Go to First Maccabees, chapter 3, and start at verse 58.
58. Count.
All right, let's go there real quick.
First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 58.
Yeah, let's go there real quick.
And Judith said, arm yourself and be valiant men, and see that ye be in readiness against the morning.
Now, this is Judith telling us, can't be ready. We have to go to war with our enemies. The same we just read for separate from our enemies. All right? And the same way faithful friends a strong defense. We're gonna need defense because that means obviously somebody's on offense. Who's on offense? I would think it's the ones we separated from. So obviously we need to be on defense from our enemies. And a strong friend is what we need. A faithful friend is what we need. Well, he's telling his friends right now, we're going to get together, valiant men. Valiant means men of courage. That's what it means. Courage. Valiant men. Courage. So men of courage. Get ready. And see that be readiness against the morning. So be ready in the morning. Right. When you're groggy. When you're asleep. When you wake up and you're a little confused because you don't know if you're still dreaming or this is reality. You understand? When you're not all the way there, where the wheels are not all the way turning, be ready in the morning. When you're off guard. You understand? When you got to snap into being your best as quick as you can.
Right.
Be ready. Keep going.
Khan. That ye may fight with the nation.
Fight with these nations. I think those are the ones we separated from, right?
That's right. And take hold to that friend.
That's it. That's what we separated from these nations.
That's right.
And me and my faithful friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is our strong defense. Oh, Jonathan and David. You know what I'm saying? Moses and Aaron, so forth and so on. Mm-hmm. My faithful friend. You understand? Keep going. That we fight, not sing, not march, not protest, not picket. That we fight against. Don't forget that faithful friend, strong defense. You understand? We're going to fight together. We need each other to fight these other nations as per the scriptures. Our enemies as per the scriptures. I need my faithful friend, my courageous friend, my valiant friend. Go ahead.
That are assembled together against us to destroy us in our sanctuary.
Yeah, they gathered together to destroy us. We already know that these devils are against us. These Asians are against us. These Africans are against us. We already know this. We know that they have assembled together. That these East Indians is all in the neighborhood. You understand? Let's not forget the China man that shot down Cyrus down in South Carolina.
That's right.
Just shot him down. And went home. He's home. He's probably going to open up another store somewhere else. And since we think they all look like anyway, he's going to go from Rick Chow to Ching Chow and go somewhere and open up a buffet somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Right. And nobody's even going to know it's him.
Right.
They're not even going to know it's him. That's what they're going to do. They all assemble together. Keep going.
Oh, come
on with it. Verse 59.
Verse 59.
Now here's the tough part. When I say tough, here's the rough, rugged, and real part. This is the above and beyond part. Read verse 59.
Come. Verse 59. For it is better for us to die in battle.
It's best for us to die in battle. It's best for us to fight. My faithful friend and I, our faithful friends together, the strong defense that we have, it's best for us to go out and fight against these enemies for what?
Come. Then to behold the calamity of our people in our sanctuary.
It's best to go out and fight than to sit back and continue to watch the calamities of our people, to sit back and watch our people suffer. It's better to go out and fight and die. Didn't we just read no greater thing than a friend lay his life down?
That's right.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
It's better for us to go out and die in battle than to watch our brothers and sisters suffer. You understand? That's going above and beyond. And this is not just literally going out and fighting physically and all. It's better to go out and separate from this enemy. Not just, you know what? None of his women, none of his holidays, none of his religions, none of his philosophies, none of his actions that he would take against my brother. He wants to lynch us. He wants to castrate us. He wants to put us on front of a T-shirt. We shouldn't want to do that. There shouldn't be no Bloods and Crips. There shouldn't be no Vice Lords and GDs. It shouldn't be none of that my block versus your block. It shouldn't be no East Coast, West Coast, down south of it. It shouldn't be none of that garbage. That's white people stuff.
That's right.
We have to come together, oh valiant men. oh, courageous men and women. We got to come together as faithful friends, as a strong defense. A black marriage that lasts forever is a strong defense.
That's right.
A Latino marriage that lasts forever, a Native American marriage that lasts forever is a strong defense. Internet can't beat that. You understand? My brother not sleeping with my woman, not stealing from me not doing those things to him, me not talking about him behind his back, me not bearing false witness on him, me not doing these things. That's a strong defense against who? Against our enemies. You understand? That's what we need. And it's best for us to take on these characteristics against our enemies than to sit back and continue to watch our people just suffer. You understand? Black man, woman, and child, we have to come together. You know, so read verse 60.
Come. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 60. Nevertheless, as the will of God.
The will of who?
The will of God.
My will?
The will of God.
Go ahead.
Is in heaven. So let him do.
Meaning what? Whatever's going to happen, then just let it happen. But before it happens, let's go all out for our brothers and sisters. Let's go the extra mile for our brothers and sisters. Let's go that extra mile. And if it takes us to the end of the road, then so be it. But we're not going to sit back and watch each other die no more. That has to stop. Listen, my name is Preach Noticer Shalai. I represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Today is Tuesday Brotherhood class, which is synonymous with sisterhood. Brothers and sisters, we have to go the extra mile for each other. We cannot sit back any longer and watch each other suffer. Let's do something about it. If you're real and you're tough and you love each other and all of that, let's put some action behind it. And it's in Perazzo, you don't got to do that. This was going to do that. You understand? Let's put some action behind it. All right? Love is an action word. Brotherhood is an action word. Let's put some action behind it. With that, I say shalom.